Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of Time About the Movies. We're looking at September 8th, 1989, and we've only got one movie to look at today. But unlike the last couple of times when I've done a full review on just one movie, I don't really have a lot to say about this one as much as I did with stuff like Indiana Jones or Batman or Ghostbusters 2 or Star Trek 5. But this is the only new release that came out this weekend, so let's go ahead and talk about it. This is Jean-Claude Van Damme and the Canon Films movie, the martial arts film Kickboxer. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that trailer. I don't know if it was intentionally not supposed to have any sound effects in there, but that's the only trailer I could find, and that's what I'm sticking with. So, anyway, Kickboxer, which is Jean Claude Van Damme's second leading role in a movie, but this is the first one that was sort of a success, and I say sort of a success because it was the only new release that came out this particular weekend. It didn't make a ton of money at the box office. It only made like $14 million, even though the budget on this was only 2.7 million. So, in a way, it did make a lot of money. It made 50 million worldwide, but yeah, Kickboxer. It's one of those movies where it's not really that memorable as far as being a good movie. It's more memorable for the stuff that has gone on to become known for meme status, specifically scenes like this one. Yeah, that's supposed to be in a movie that was supposed to be taken seriously, and I mean, John Claude Van Damme was a breakdancer before this. He was in the first breaking movie, so it's not totally out of the norm to see him do that. But for a movie like this that was supposed to be taken kind of seriously, it feels kind of unnecessary in that situation. But it's a funny scene. It's a scene that's become notable of memes all over. In fact, a lot of John Claude Van Damme movies, to be honest with you, especially these early ones, have a lot of meme potential. I mean, Bloodsport has that great shot of him with the blood all over him, scream with his face like maybe not that, but I only brought that up because I was saying before that Cyborg was the first movie that John Claude Van Damme broke out as a leading star in. Actually, it was Bloodsport because that came out a year before that. So thinking off the cuff here really doesn't help all this much in that situation. But anyway, let's talk about my thoughts on this movie. And I thought it was just meh. I mean, its biggest flaw is that it's a ripoff of a lot of sports movies, these underdog films, The Karate Kid, Rocky, Rambo, you name it. It's all in this movie. For Van Damme, I don't think Van Damme is actually a bad actor. In fact, I've seen more movies with him that I've actually liked, but that will get to further down the line when his star power really begins to grow. But these early movies are not really all that great. Uh, in these movies, it feels like someone made a good point. A critic said that this was kind of like Van Damme was trying to be too much like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you could definitely see in this movie that it was that way. But like I said, once we get to some more movies with him, he does start to become his own. He does start to begin his branching out his brand a little bit, and he does make some better movies. But like I said, once again, we'll get to that when we get to that. But the movie itself here is just mostly forgettable. Like I said, it's a knockoff of several far better underdog stories, and and a little bit of Rambo in there as well. Because, like I said, it's a ripoff of Karate Kid, Rocky, and Rambo. It definitely shows here. The fight scenes are actually pretty interesting. The action sequences are actually pretty good. But other than that, though, I really don't have much to say about this one. Like I said, this is not one that I watched numerous times so I can get a good idea of what to talk about here. I only saw this movie about maybe a year or two ago, but I mean, like I said, it's just okay. Like, I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's one of the worst movies ever made. It's not one of the worst movies of the year or anything. It's just there. I mean, there have been better movies that have been like this, especially with the same kind of predictable stories that this movie is trying to tell. They've done these movies much better. That's the best way I could probably describe this. It's not a bad movie, but the best moments here are the stuff that I think weren't intentionally supposed to be as funny as they are. I mean, like I said, this scene in particular still gets me to laugh. I mean, that's really all you got to say about that. I mean, like I said, Kickboxer, it's an it's okay, but nothing I need to watch over and over again. That's just my thoughts on it. So, anyway, that's gonna wrap it up. That's gonna wrap it up for this particular episode. But for the next week, we do get at least more than one movie. We've got the biggest new release is Al Pacino in Sea of Love, but we also get Bruce Willis in Country. We also have The Big Picture, and we also have Apartment Zero. So we'll have those movies to talk about next time around. So thank you guys for watching this one. I know this one was a little bit shorter than most of the other episodes, but like I said, it's one movie, but it's one movie that I don't really have a whole lot of rewatchability on, so I can't really go into full detail on it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you want to see more videos like this, check out the playlist on the next page. Check out the previous episode that'll be on the next page as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode. So thank you for watching. I'll see you then. And until then, take care.